There are 29 structures in Minecraft, and today I'm going to renovate 8 of them, ranging from the most recent to the oldest, which practically only changed the texture. Wow, now that's what I call time travel. The first structure on our list is the Pillager Post. I realize that it is divided into 2 parts. The base, which is ultra reinforced, and the tower part. And this here is the basis that I imagined for this construction. A small ultra reinforced wall using the same materials as the original construction, and with all this protection. The door here in this building will be made of wood, because after all, they're not very intelligent. This way, at least it looks like a more reinforced base. Inside here, you have an enchantment table, a room with chests, furnaces. This will be the bedroom. A prison with some cells for the allays, and iron golems to be trapped. I'll just need to go to the stone farm, get some materials, and also go to the dark oak wood forest, so we can cut down some trees, and also take the opportunity to collect some leaves. Gathering all the materials, I started building our tower, and I didn't want to make it too high, so it wouldn't look too different from the original. And our improved tower looks like this for now, but I think there are some details missing. I even picked up some dark oak leaves here, but I forgot that here in the desert they completely lose their color, and that's why I decided to get some azalea leaves here. And now I'm going to start decorating it all, putting this leaf that is very green to highlight this construction. And everything will be ready in 3, 2, 1, and that's the post of Minecraft looters, a 5 out of 10. And this here is the reformed structure that I made with you. I would give it an 8 out of 10. And now we move on to the next structure on our list, which is the igloo. And this wheel here will define the style of our construction. And the winner was castle. Oh my god, guys, how am I going to turn this into a castle? And this igloo here hides a secret. If you go down the stairs, you will find a small laboratory. I'm going to try to add all these features to our new igloo and even turn it into a castle. I already had a little idea of what to do in this direction here that has a snow biome. I'm going to do this construction there because I think it will make more sense. The biome is not that big, but it is enough for us to build. I had to make the ground a little fatter since our building is going to be a little big. I will get almost all the materials to make this construction with this snowman here. Wow, if everything was this easy, right? Oh, what is this? After getting the materials, I had to rack my brains to think, how am I going to make an igloo and a castle at the same time? Look guys, I built the shape of an igloo here, and I've already left the markings to make some castle towers. So we will mix these 2 constructions and create the style that the wheel decided on. And I accidentally killed our assistant here. Not intentionally. The structure looks like this. The only problem is that it is 100% white, and the only block that I believe gives a nice highlight and makes sense is to use the ice block. Exactly. I'm going to get these ices from below. No one will notice. I had a cool idea. I'm going to take these ice blocks and try to make some spikes, like the ones we have here in the Minecraft biome. Wow, these turned out better than I thought. Okay, I really liked it. Now just replicate this from here in all these other towers. With that external part, we are doing very well, but in addition to making these towers, I need to add more details to make it look even more like a castle, and also build the internal part. Now we need to do the internal part here. I'm going to take more or less the middle of this entire igloo, and now we're going to have to make a small staircase going down a little bit to create the laboratory that exists in the original igloo. I came here to the end to get some concrete, black and yellow concrete materials, and taking advantage of the fact that I'm here, I'm going to a city at the end to get those sticks at the end. Here in the middle of the room, I'm going to place this atrium and also a nice book. This is the Mad Scientist book, where he writes down all the experiments and their results. I'm going to put a chest full of gold and golden apples, like what we find in the igloo, and our prisoners here. Instead of villagers, I'm going to put some snowmen. This one will be headless, and the other one will be with a head. I started by covering the holes in the floor, because now I'm going to do the internal decoration like the original igloo. Inside there's a bed, a furnace, and a secret passage that leads to the laboratory. And we're going to do all that here too. This here is the igloo that we created. I think it was an 8.5 out out of 10, and this here is the inside of our igloo. The next structure on our list is the abandoned portal, and the building style drawn was amethyst. So our construction will be a bit of a mix of two structures. Well, at least the materials are very easy for us to get. I'm going to get these crystals here. 80% of the materials to make this construction are in here. Now I just need some gold. But I looked in my chest and I literally only have these 10 bars. Or not. The place I want to build is right up front, and this is the last time this portal will be this ugly. I will need you, my dear. Who is angry with me? Come here. Look, I have quality gold. I only need obsidian and weeping obsidian. Exactly this item here. Now here I want to make an amethyst geode, but it won't be round like in Minecraft. I'm going to make it a little flat, but it will remind me a lot of an amethyst geode from Minecraft. It will look cool. Problem is that I don't think it will fit perfectly here on this mountain, but we will solve one problem at a time. Wow, placing these blocks is so satisfying. They make a really nice noise. Now all we need to do is get back here and access this portal. Also, with these remaining amethysts, I'm going to cover this back part here so we don't go straight through. You get out of here, creeper. I just built this business here. This here was my nether portal before my transformation. A 0 out of 10. And this one is a renovated portal that I made here with you. A 9 out of 10. I thought this was very beautiful. And the next structure on our list is the desert pyramid. I want to do this construction literally here in the desert, which is next to spawn, and also next to the first structure that we renovated here in this video. And of course, to build this construction, I will need a lot of sandstone. And luckily, I have already planned a desert, and this chest is full of sand. Now, as there will be a space between the building and the ground, I'm going to make a well-decorated wall here. I didn't define the pattern well, but I thought of something more or less in this style. I have already created a base of our construction, and in front of it, I will build 2 sphinxes, and they will have the face of a villager. That is, they will have a giant nose. And with all those materials from the chest, we literally managed to do almost the entire construction. Wow, every project should be that easy. My sandstones are gone. The good thing about this is that I already have a form of sand here. We just need to replace these blocks with sand. We still need to build a wall to make this beautiful, with a large staircase, and also the internal part of this temple. While I finish this structure, let's move on to the next one on our list, which is the sunken boats. No, it's not this one, guys. I made this one. It's Noah's Ark. I'm talking about these abandoned boats here that are sometimes so destroyed that they don't even resemble a boat. But they do have some chests, and sometimes a cool treasure comes along, which wasn't the case here. These abandoned boats were once entire boats used by some looters, so I'm going to build a brand new version. It's right here in this little lake. I want to build a pirate ship as if it were heading towards the map's spawn, willing to destroy literally everything. And I'm going to remove this little island from here because it's interfering with my workspace. And the wood I'm going to use to make this boat will be whatever wood is available here on this farm. There aren't any, so there won't be a boat. Relax, I'm joking. I took the farm and collected 2 types of wood, pine and also oak. I started building the boat, but then I forgot to record again. And I had to do a time lapse in Creativo. This is a copy of the map. This is the original server. Guys, you thought I was using Creativo, right? Now what's missing here is for us to finish this boat and make the sails. And the closest thing we have to that here in Minecraft is wool. But I don't have a wool farm. I just have a super efficient mob trap that has threads, and with these lines we can craft wool. I spent a while in our mob trap to get the thread and turn it into wool, but that wasn't enough. I went to my chest room, took some red wool that I had, and managed to paint it white. With these materials, I was able to make the boat's sail, which made our construction very beautiful. So I went to the pillager outpost that is close to my base, took a pillager, and put it inside the boat. Then I bought some labels with the villages, but the names of those registered, and then put them on the pillagers that are inside the boat. Furthermore, I also finished the construction of the pyramid wall and the interior decoration. Our pyramid scored 9.5 out of 10. I found it very beautiful, and our pirate ship was a 9 out of 10. And with that, the next structure on our list is spawner. And of course, I'm not going to reform any spawner here on the map. I'm going to choose exactly this one, which is the only XP farm I have here yet. And one thing I'm going to improve here is this entrance, which takes us almost a minute to get down here. And then when you get here, everything is very cramped and small, and the spawner is well hidden back here. The style of construction that we are going to do in this place is that of a dungeon inspired by those Minecraft mods. But to carry out this renovation, I will need to dig a large space here, and that'll take a while. While I'm digging the space to make this dungeon, I'm going to try to advance the next structure on our list, which is the abandoned mines. And as incredible as it may seem, this one was one of the few structures recently renovated by Mojang. And I kinda liked it, because there are several of these bridges hanging here by these iron chains, and there are also some supports with this raw wood. The renovation was small, but I think it looks really nice. Despite the renovation, the structure presents a major problem: the difficulty of finding it. So that's why I decided to make a custom entrance for this abandoned mine here, to make it easier for us to find it. I thought about making a mixture of sand and stone, as if the stone was consuming this place. I'm going to leave a chest here full of carts. There will be some rails here that I'm going to lay now. Then I'm going to take the cart. We're going to get down here, and here I'm already dug a hole to the cave. Wow, we take fall damage. What the hell? And when you get here, you can already see the mine that I'm going to connect some paths to up there. After you get to this part, you'll get off the cart, and you'll have to walk, because after all, the tracks here don't need to work because the mine is abandoned. So getting in here now is pretty easy. To get out, my friend, if you don't have an elytra, you're screwed. I started by decorating the lower part of the mine, which will indicate that there is a structure there. This would make our first explorations much easier. Mojang should definitely add this to the game. I think someone got stuck in the cart, right? I just saw that the gravel here didn't look so good. It would have been better if we had placed stones. Okay, I'll solve this in 3, 2, 1. This is the entrance to the mine that we created. I would give it a 7 out of 10 rating. Phew, after a long time, I got the space for us to create the dungeon and decorate the spawner. I already started decorating the spawner because I couldn't bear to take any more arrows from these skeletons that ended up being spawned. One important thing that we need to fix is the entrance to this place, which I'm going to do right here. I'm going to dig a 3x3 tunnel up there. I'm always in favor of identifying underground structures, and here in the mob spawner project, it will be no different. Up here, I want to build some ruins, and down here, I even made some changes. There's a bubble elevator here to help you get out of there. For those who don't have elytra, and here is the slaughterhouse with the chests. Wow, finally the dungeon was ready, but it was very big with many empty spaces. So I want you to comment here what I can build in this room to complement the decor. And making this ruin was the easiest thing in the world since I have a stone and wood farm. Look, these ruins here look really cool, and I was a little inspired by those mod packs that have these towers, ruins, dungeons. Now we move on to the next structure on our list, which is the witch's house. I've even renovated a witch's house here in Minecraft, and it's right here in front of me, but it was very different from the style of the original witch's house here in the game. So that's why I'm going to fly in that direction and head to the nearest swamp to build a Minecraft-style witch house. But I'll do it much better. Great! We are already in a gigantic swamp, and just to remember and see the shape, the witch's house is very small and only uses 3 different materials. I made the witch's house more or less the size of the original, but I decided to add some more materials to create details. And that's how I improved 8 structures here in Minecraft. See, Mojang? Learn with me. And if you liked it, subscribe to the channel. Goodbye.